Welcome, Finches and Grinches, to the Angry Bird Pod Show. I'm thinking now that I should have saved that one for Christmas, but who gives a fuck? Welcome to Matt, the guy who was always here and is always on the same side. And, hi. I don't know. This was a rough intro, but I'm taking it. Hi.
That's fun. Yeah, you went all the way to Christmas and then tried to bring it back.
We're almost at Christmas.
Yeah, use it again. That's fine.
No, see, that's the thing. Like, I don't want to double up on these. And then when I got home from work today, I was taking the dog for a walk, and I came up with a couple more. Not that one. That one I had written down already. But
that was gold.
I was like, I wonder how long I can go without doubling up. And then I thought, I wonder if I used AI to come up with some. But then I decided against that, and I thought, I want these to all be genuine. Genuine, stupid puns.
Just say they are anyway.
I mean, I could lie.
Yeah, of course.
I guess that's always an option, but I don't.
That's what basically we do anyway.
We just straight up spew whatever the F we want. Yeah, punch the mic.
Yeah. If it's a really good one, just use it as, take it as your own. Claim it.
Oh, so I should just get a couple through AI and see what happens?
Yeah, see if anybody catches on it. So that one's better than normal. I wonder if he used AI on that one.
Do you think Finches and Grinches was better than normal, or is it about?
Oh yeah, no, I liked it.
Okay.
I liked it. What do the kids say? What's the saying these days? I rock with it. No, that seems like
no.
really 80s.
Well, I learned a new saying, but I don't know what it is.
How about that?
No. Well, yes, Cap.
It's not Cap. Is Cap's bad, isn't it?
No cap is like, I'm dead serious.
All right.
So it's like, I think we're going to sound so old. Well, fair. Yeah, there's some in there.
Great. There's some gray in there. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's like, yo, I saw an owl, no cap. And then you're like, oh, sick, dude. There's one now that I think I was watching a reel about someone trying to explain it, and I still don't get it, which is 6'7".
Oh,
I don't know what
it's
that
all
means.
over everything that my children watch.
I don't know what it is. I just know that it's something.
I've heard so many fake stories. There's more stories than the In the Air Tonight by Phil Collins and the meaning behind the song. There's more renditions of what 6'7" means than that song itself.
Yeah. One of my favorite, and I don't say this lightly, internet videos of all time. It's In the Air Tonight, and there's this deer walking slowly. Have you seen this video?
No. We have different algorithms.
Maybe. This is old. Like this is like Vine. You remember Vine?
I do, but I wasn't into that stuff then. So
so it's this so imagine In the Air Tonight and the deer walking. And it's coming to the part that you think it is, right? Yeah. So the deer, right when the drum solo starts, tries to walk through like a plastic jungle gym playhouse thing. And its hooves are just like, like all over the whole thing. And it comes out the other side perfect again. And it's like, I can feel it. And it's like 8 seconds of gold. It's like one of the best videos. I'll see if I can send it to you later.
Remember you were going to recreate old Vines, but base it around wildlife?
Oh, you're right. I should trip and like drop a bunch of shit, like lens caps and lenses and cameras. Oh man. Okay, hold on.
And like a white mouse falls out, like some bait of some sort.
Oh, that'd be good. Oh shoot. Frick, dude.
Reels are out actually.
Reels are out now.
Yeah.
Are they?
What's in is running workshops at popular public areas that people could just go to themselves.
Ooh. that seems controversial.
Just gonna skim right over that, aren't you?
Deer. No, I've got to write this deer vine down before I forget.
I think I said that to Rain today. I sent him something, and I'm like, oh, everyone and their mom are doing workshops now. Well, I mean, which is great, I think, because I guess that means that there's a lot of clientele for it. Mm-hmm. But I just find a lot of these places, and maybe that's because they're just starting out, they're like well-known locations or public locations that like You could do yourself. However, if you don't live in a specific spot, say like North Carolina, and you don't know it, I guess you could reach out and, pay someone to show you. That's basically what it is. But man, I am cheap. So that just sounds terrible to me.
Yeah, I kind of like the idea of doing it by myself. That's a funny sentence. I kind of like the idea of being alone when I'm shooting birds.
Yeah.
Unless I'm with like you or someone. We're not trying to learn necessarily from each other, just trying to find some cool shit.
Yeah. I guess if you're after a certain species, then like of course finding a workshop where you can like guarantee that almost is. I just don't think I really care about the guarantee enough to like actually go and do something like that. It'd be more the experience would be cool. It
Yeah.
wouldn't be more like I want that, I need to do that, I need to go to this place. It's more like what may I see at this place? What may I don't base my locations, or I don't base my vacations. Maybe my wife takes more credit for this because I don't plan them. But I kind of find what I can see where I'm going versus going to somewhere specifically for that. That might change later in life.
Yeah.
And maybe
That's
I'll
me
like
too.
and appreciate that there's so many workshops available. But I still think my frugalness, is it still frugal when you don't want to spend the money on that? No,
Frugality.
it's just straight up cheap. It'll prevent me from going to these things.
Yeah. I also like
I'm parched, by
that
the
isn't.
way.
You're parched, by the way.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
sorry, I'm just
Let's
gonna
do that
open
right
this
now.
up.
Just get
My
straight.
voice is a
We're
little
really.
scratchy if you haven't noticed. So
I did a little bit.
I was dying to get a little bit of wet the
A
whistle.
little twisted tea in you.
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
Should we use that as the thumbnail?
Oh, hold on. All right, we're good.
Stupid YouTube. We're really bad at doing the can thing when we have a guest. I determined that last week.
Yeah. Unless the guest is prepared. Like, I'm pretty sure Rain had one.
He did. Well, Richard had a beverage.
Oh, he did. Yeah. Yeah.
But
I don't take
he
that away
didn't do
from
the whole
Richard.
pour
I guess
thing.
it's more like
No.
if we knew ahead of time that somebody had one, we're like, oh yeah, like let's all get in on this.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why Twisted Tea needs to get involved so that it is like a thing that people have to do.
They have to. Mm-hmm. The only one I may not make do it is Richard, just because of his iced tea story.
He said he was going to try one, so I'd rather
He
him
did.
try it live. Well, live
With
to
us. Yeah.
I was showing Kyle, but I got a new drinking beverage holder from Yeti. It's this season's new black stone color. So
Are we just hawking shit that we want to get sponsored
Yeti.
by?
Yeah, actually, my wife came downstairs. She goes, "Why do you have two Yetis?" Because I have one with water over here.
Mhm.
And I said, "Oh, one has ice in it for my Twisted Tea, and one has just water." And she goes, "Are you trying to get Yeti to sponsor you too?" I'm like, "I want anybody to sponsor us." I go, "But she's like, work on Twisted Tea first." And I said, "I would rather get both of them."
That would be the ultimate combo.
Yeah,
Just
Twisted
like
Tea and the best way to keep it cold.
this isn't that, but this reminded me of this. I was at a beach once, and someone was just like all day. This dude had a coffee. It was like middle of summer, and the dude's just having coffee all day.
That's
the beach.
me.
That you?
I
Maybe
do-
this was you. When we didn't know each other.
I do drink coffee when it's hot. Like
I drink
I've
iced coffee,
I've done
but-
cold brews and stuff like that, but there's something about a warm coffee to me, even though like I was getting them when it was 40 degrees on my way home. I would just be in the air conditioning in my car, but I would still have a coffee.
Yeah. What's your coffee order? I don't know that about you.
I kind of just like cream and sugar, to be honest.
Just a regular?
No, I like double. Like
Oh,
but, like,
dub. Yeah,
take away the cream and the sugar of like a Tim Hortons coffee, and it's not drinkable. Like it's just
No.
not. You shouldn't be drinking it. So I think I really actually just like cream and sugar. Like, I think I like coffee. Don't get me wrong. Like I do like coffee. I will drink a black coffee, but it won't be a Tim Hortons coffee.
Yeah.
Like that's gross.
Yeah.
I'll drink a Starbucks black or something like that, or second cup when they're around.
Yeah.
But
So I'm tangenting from a tangent now, but I'll promise I'll come circle back to the
nobody
first
cares.
tangent.
We're
No,
used
I
to
know.
it.
But my wife and I have this thing. It's not unique to us, but like we love hamburgers. I'm pretty sure like everyone in the world loves hamburgers. But
Write down if you like hamburgers in the
write down comment hamburger
yeah.
if you like hamburgers.
One person's definitely gonna do it. Go
I
ahead.
hope so. I'll
It'll
do
be
it.
Gary. Gary, right? Hamburger.
Or oh, I should remember his name. Buddy who texts me sometimes. Hold on, I'm gonna do it.
Is that the
I'm
guy
really
that
bad
doesn't
with
like
name.
me?
Dean. I think it's Dean.
Dean's the guy that doesn't like me, right?
Yeah, because you never message him back. But we have this thing where like a Big Mac is its own thing. It's not a hamburger. It's just a Big Mac. And I think a Tim Hortons coffee isn't a coffee. It's its own thing.
Oh, it's definitely not a coffee.
So like you have, and I'm not saying Starbucks or any of the other things are coffee, but like there's coffee and then there's like I'm out and want a hot caffeinated thing.
Yeah.
And it's like I want a hamburger or I want a Big Mac. Like it's a different feeling. You know?
I still think that like a good cup of black coffee is still hard to find, even though there's premium, corporation coffee out there.
Yeah.
I still don't think it's like the best coffee. You still got to find that hidden gem in like a little town where they actually have like good coffee. You don't find it anymore.
I don't know.
You know.
I don't know what I like in a coffee. Like I know McDonald's, Tim Hortons, whatever, double, sufficient. But like a coffee shop, there's all the different versions. We got a new coffee machine at work and it's got all like the crazy Italian names for stuff on it. I'm like, just give me a cup of coffee. Like
That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, it's like lungo, americano, fucking other
I think Americano is just a normal coffee, right?
Americano, as far as I can tell from my wife or this machine, is an espresso with hot water.
Oh, don't listen to me.
So
I
it's
drink
like
coffee from Tim Hortons.
Right, a double. Anyway, buddy's on the beach drinking coffee all day, which is Matt apparently, and the family we were with, it's like my wife's family's friends were there, and the dad was like, "Yo, Kyle, check this guy out," and he takes it was an extra large coffee. And he bends down and he reaches into a cooler and he takes out an empty can from inside the Tim Hortons cup, puts a new can in, cracks it, and puts the lid back on. So he just looks like he's drinking coffee all day, but he's really having a brewski. And I was like,
legend.
You know what? Yeah, this guy's got it made.
That's a Canadian brown paper bag. You know how like
yeah.
a
Canadian brown paper bag.
That's the name of
the name of the episode. A Canadian brown paper bag. I'm even writing it down.
Something like that.
Yeah, it's a good one. And and he just like all day was refilling the same Tim Hortons cup with. But he didn't dump the beer in. He put the whole can in the cup.
Yeah, he just slid it right in. He probably had an extra large can or something.
Yeah,
or extra large coffee. Yep. Yeah. That's a veteran move.
Yeah, he's a legend, as you mentioned.
Yeah, he's a legend. Yep. I usually just use my Yeti thermos, and nobody really questions what's in it. It could be anything. It could be a Tim Hortons coffee, which it has been. It could be water, or twisted tea. So I guess it could be just three things.
Yep, all good things.
But again,
I went to
Yeti.
This way. I went to a bachelor party a long time ago, and we were just like farting around Niagara Falls, just having a good time. And a bunch of us had some drinks before we left. But my buddy who was with us, he had like a 591 ml like Coke that was like literally 50-50 Coke and like rum or something. I don't remember what. But he was the most lit out of all of us. He was just crushing this thing. He was pretty funny. It was a good.
Do you have a drink when you were like in high school or something that like you can't drink now because you drank too much? It made you sick. The smell. For me, you said it's rum. It's specifically Bacardi rum, and it's specifically Bacardi rum that was flavored. Because my dad owned
like a
bar,
vanilla,
blueberry and vanilla, and yeah. So my dad owned bars, and he would, instead of me taking like the 60s and stuff, because that's what teenagers do. He specifically would bring home. They used to on the neck have a sampler, like a ounce and a half little bottles, and he would put them in a bag in the freezer, and I'd just like grab a handful of them and go out to a party that day or skip school or whatever. And it was always just like drinking too much Bacardi and like just having this terrible aftertaste. And I can't drink rum now.
Yeah,
That's my thing.
I'll go with unfortunately, but I'll also go with fortunately. I was a bit of a loser, nerd, or whatever you want to call it. So I didn't do any drinking at all in high school or the first time I went to college. The first drink I ever had, I was 23. That's not even
wow.
a joke. Yeah.
Wow. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean,
Mhm.
I would probably would have preferred that, to be honest. Although I got it out early. I kind of stopped partying at like 21 when my wife and I kind of met each
Yeah.
other, or not met each other, rekindled. We went to school together.
Oh, cool.
But
Oh, me and
so
my
yeah,
wife too.
14 to like 20. Oh my Ganta, like woo.
Just giving
Oh
her.
yeah. Yeah, not as much as like some of my friends. They could go like multiple nights in a row, but
Hmm.
yeah, I just have terrible hangovers. I'm glad that's past me.
Yeah, it's fair. So no, to answer your question, I don't really have a drink that I can't have.
That's good.
This isn't the same thing, but one time in high school, I just didn't feel well, and for some reason, I thought the cure to this was Gatorade. So I went to the shortstop across the street and got a yellow Gatorade. Just crushed it before class, like 7:30 a.m. Just like Gatorade will fix me. And then in the middle of math class, I was like, I ain't gonna make it the rest of the day. So I was like, I'm taking off. So I went down to the library to wait for the bus. And I'm sitting in a chair. We used to sit in this little corner. I was just sitting in one of the chairs, like none of my friends around, no one was around. And I was just sitting there and I'm like, and I just like threw up all over the wall. Like there was a brick wall beside me and it came real quick. And I just onto the wall and dripped down.
Projectile.
And I just left. But
Oh shit.
yeah. So then since then, every time I have yellow Gatorade, I'm like, oh, that time I threw up in the library.
How can you have yellow Gatorade after that?
I don't know.
See,
Like
that's
I don't
not traumatizing to you?
know. It's a
No.
reminder. I'm just like,
I
oh,
don't even know if I've ever tried yellow Gatorade.
it's yellow.
Like,
Like
I've had
it's
red,
fine.
it's good. Orange, blue, white. Don't think I've ever had yellow.
Blue to me is soccer when I was like 7.
Hell yeah.
Blue at Gatorade and orange slices. Soccer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah.
I love me a Gatorade. Still now. I'll choose that. If I'm somewhere and it's like I need something from a vending machine, it's a Gatorade usually, or a Monster because my name's Kyle.
But if you need something from the liquor store, it's Twisted Tea.
It's Twisted Tea. I swear these segues aren't
I'm
even
gonna
planned.
throw these shameless plugs in.
Shit. We need like a tray.
It's
like,
gonna
oh.
be, you know how someone suggested, like when you're going from segueing from one, conversation to a next, or changing the topic to have like music.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna have random shameless plugs because we're just so tangenty. We couldn't really have music. There'd just be music nonstop as
Just
we
always
switch gears.
music. Yeah.
Just be chiming it up, but yeah, shameless. Look forward to some shameless, non-sponsored, sponsored.
I don't know if this is a plug for anything because I'm sure that whoever made this mug doesn't have license to make it look like a 24 to 105.
Doesn't it say like Canion or something? Mine was a CANOIN or something. It was something that had an I in there.
I don't think it says Canon at all anywhere.
Oh, okay.
It's a
Mine had
Zoom
one extra.
Lens EF. Yeah, doesn't say
Is
Canon.
that the 24105?
Yes, F4.
Nice.
Yep,
Nice.
she's a classic. Image stabilized says right there.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Can you imagine it keeps you when you get drunk? It keeps you still though, because the stabilization on
Oh,
it.
because that'd be a good to mention actually.
It's like a gyro or scope or something that keeps you all centered.
Doesn't tip.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it's beverage stabilization.
Yes. Yeah, at BS.
See? I can pun.
BS, buddy.
Well, I was thinking those bird puns. I was thinking like, at what point do I get where I start like Emineming the
Oh,
the
where you have
rhymes
to, like,
or the
rhyme
puns?
things that only really work if you're Eminem? Yeah.
Yeah. So if I'm like, welcome to the show, cardinals and urinals, like,
Yeah, I mean, you're going to work on that for sure, but I see what you're saying.
you know what I mean? Like, where is the stretch start?
There
'Cause I
isn't.
think I got a good bank so far.
No, there really isn't. Like, I want you to take it to where you want it to go.
Oh shit! I have
doesn't
artistic,
matter.
creative.
Yeah, this is basically a whole podcast about creating art.
What is? I don't. Yeah.
No, go for it.
Well, like, okay. So I saw a picture today, and it didn't bug me in the sense that I don't. Okay, so I've said many times I don't know what art is. Also, I don't want to shit on Ray in the podcast because he's a friend of the show, but I don't understand really small and frame stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And today, I think it was today, he posted a picture that was just rocks with a little crow on it. Or sorry, I believe it was a raven.
Yeah, it
My
was a
bad.
Raymond.
A Raymond. Everybody loves Raven. um, and I like for. I guess it depends on what you're going for, because like we've talked about it before. Where like when does a nature picture turn into a
Mm-hmm.
bird picture or a animal picture or what's the subject?
Wildlife. Yep.
Wildlife. Thank you for thinking of the
Yeah.
word. I couldn't.
No problem.
Uh, and then I sent it to you, and I was like, "This is like, I don't get this." And I don't like. There's a lot of stuff I don't get, so don't take it like it's a dig at Ray. I don't get some of my shots,
I think a
but
lot of people hold the same sentiment. I'll just say that before you
yeah,
continue. Like, it's not against the photographer itself. It's just it's
no,
such a specific type of genre that it, and we've said it 1,000 times. It can't be like you can't admire it on such a small screen either. Because I
that's
find a
true.
lot of the stuff that I look at on mine, which is like more medium to small, that looks really small if I post it on Instagram. One, it doesn't do as well unless it has extra elements. But
Hmm.
two, it just doesn't look as good as if I was looking at it or if it was on a print on the wall.
Yeah,
So,
and I think that has a lot to do with it because I am consuming, I would say, at least 95% of uh media on my phone,
you get
so
a little
everything's
5 inch
tiny.
screen, yeah.
Yeah, and then you posted, I think, just to be funny,
Yeah.
like even minusculier
Yeah.
in frame. You could like I jokingly said like pixel in frame because it's like just like one
It's
black pixel.
one, especially on a 24. If you had like a 45 megapixel, it might be two, but it's definitely one.
Yeah, you could convince me that's a dead pixel, and I'd be like, okay, that
Yeah,
sucks.
unless you zoom really in and you actually see it's like flapping its wings. Like there actually is a pose in there if you can get close enough. Again, that's
That's
one of those
even
things
better.
that I can zoom in on full res on my computer and actually make it look like the double crested cormorant that it is. Like you can tell what it is.
You should
But
crop it to be a portrait.
oh god, that just looked like all my other stuff.
No, no.
But anyway, I did add to it, and because I think I was speaking to Rain, and he said uh, I sent it to him too, and he's like, "Oh, you should post it," and like, cause Cam just did one.
Hmm.
He posted one of a tiny little snowy owl again along like the prairies with the sun at
Okay, yeah,
sunset,
yeah, yeah.
and it's like minuscule in frame too. And then I tagged them both in it and said that I was trying to win the championship for the
I
smallest in
think you
frame.
have the crap. I should
So
try it.
far, nobody. Cameron responded. I don't think Ray did. I'm not poking fun at him. Like, do what
No,
you
no,
gotta
no.
do. But I just thought it was funny.
Yeah, I
I
should
still have
try.
those photos. It's not like I took that photo and went, "I'm gonna shit on somebody by using
Mhm.
this." No, I took the photo like in person with Keith and Teddy Turnstone and I. Like,
Teddy Turnstone.
it was such a beautiful sunrise, and it was like sunny at first, and then clouds rolled in, but there was sun rays peeking through this hole in the clouds before it
Hmm.
cleared. And it was just the most beautiful aura, and I just tried to get this photo of the clouds, and then I realized when I pinched in that like there was a bird in there, so I kind of reframed to get it in there, and then I'm like, whatever, I have this on my hard drive now.
Yeah,
Not that I'll ever use it, and I've had it
you did use it.
since. Yeah, well, I only used it because I was kind of like coerced to like, hey,
I was
go
like,
post this, and yeah, I thought it was funny. I like
it
having
was
fun.
funny.
I don't like it to be too serious.
That's the thing. It's one of those things. It's like ridiculousness or like caricature is funny.
Yeah,
So when you get
yeah,
like a drawing of yourself in
yeah.
Canada's Wonderland or something, you have big ears and like your glasses are massive, and you're like, yeah. It's kind of the backwards version of that, where it's like, oh, look how tiny the bird is. That's really funny.
I'm gonna look right now live. What do you think it has for likes?
What's a normal post for you get likes wise? I think I need a
Okay.
barometer first.
I'll go to the Barred Owl that I posted.
Ooh,
View
that's a cheating one.
Insight.
An owl.
That one is 400.
Okay, so the small in
And
frame.
then the one I post sorry, the one I posted today of the golden plover
Mhm.
is at 250. So let's just go with 250
Okay.
because that posted that today along with this one.
Yep.
So that was 250. Okay.
I'm gonna guess 75.
All right. It was 11 hours ago. View my insights. 45. and And the interesting thing is, like the other ones, you can go to your views and you can see where they're coming from, followers or
Yep.
non-followers. The ones that have a higher amount, like not higher amount, like 250 to 400, typically tend to be like 96% of my followers.
Mm-hmm.
This one that only has 46, it's actually only 86% of my followers,
Oh, that's other
and
people.
like 14% of it, yeah, is other
It's
people. So
cloud
for
lovers.
some reason, it got pushed into the algorithm, and just nobody was interested because it had 880 views, which is low, but still 46 likes or 45 likes out of 880 is that's a big swing and a miss. And I guarantee
Mm-hmm.
that Ray experiences that too. And he's probably talked about it where it's like, yeah, it doesn't get the love, but I'm also not expecting it to because we all know it's not the platform to post stuff like that. I think there's tasteful photos of minuscule and tiny in frame. I think there are
Mm-hmm.
tasteful photos. Those are the photos where you can look at it on a wall or a big screen and like take in the whole environment, because
Yeah.
that's part of the problem with the photo. Specifically mine too. There's not much to it, but even on a larger screen, you can see the ripples in the water better. You can see the filtering the light through the clouds. You can see the definition of the clouds better, and you can of course see the cormorant doing its
The cormorant.
little flap a little bit better.
Yeah.
So
I just think it's funny.
yeah,
I
it's
don't.
great. I mean,
I wonder what the smallest in frame photo I've ever posted is, because like it's really foreign to me. Like I don't understand what. Like when I look at that, I would have deleted that photo. Like if I took it, I'd be like, nope.
I pretty well did. I just want to see what I could do with like the clouds and stuff and see if I could bring anything out. I even took it
Mm-hmm.
into another like program and like was actually adding like light
Oh
rays and
wow.
stuff like just to mess around with it, see how
Yep.
much I could push it, and it was kind of interesting. But I just wanted to kind of fool around with it. I wasn't planning on posting it. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Probably wouldn't have seen the light of day if it wasn't for the minuscule in frame shots that have been shared recently.
I feel like the smallest in frame I've ever posted is probably just from a quick scroll of my own Instagram because I'm a narcissist. Is the kingfisher in the snow, like on the branch with the ooh wham. I
Oh
think
yeah,
that's
yeah, 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 yeah. Is it the one where the snow is like kind of like, I don't want to say it's ethereal.
there you go. He's
I
finally
learned
learned, guys.
I learned stuff on this podcast. So even if you didn't, I did.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Hell yeah, it's
Yes, the
not
urethral
urethral
snow.
snow. You fool.
Comment urethral snow.
We've come so far, Kyle. Or at least I have.
Yeah. And in the end, it didn't even matter. Lincoln Park, anyone?
I was gonna say that sounds like very similar to a song.
Hell yeah, it does.
Hell yeah, it does.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, minuscule and frame is a thing. People are gonna do it. You probably won't see me do it a lot more, but
we should start that hashtag and like maybe do a contest.
well, I
What's
think
the
you
smallest?
and I should, not anybody else. Screw everybody.
No,
else.
just
Sorry,
you
guys.
versus me.
Just you and me, yeah, and we can just see who can do the most minuscule and frame with taste.
Okay.
I
Do
don't know.
we
We don't have a
need
deadline yet.
no? Do we need to be able to identify the subject on
No,
like a phone?
no.
Okay.
I think the subject should just be noticeable. If you're looking for it, like the one I did was silly. Like
No,
you
I
have
mean
to
like identify the species.
no, I understand that, and I
Okay.
said, and no, you don't. But it just at least it has to be like, it's got to be like tasteful, where it's like, okay, this is like, yes, there is a bird or an animal in here. It's not like, what is that speck? What is that pixel? What is that dead pixel? Yeah,
Okay.
it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be
Yeah,
tough.
yeah, yeah. I have an idea, but I don't know if I can make it work. But we'll see. Yeah, we should do it. We can talk about it. We could talk about it and maybe circle back to it on a later episode and catch up. I like that idea. Now I'm thinking about spots. I'm going to Timmins next week, so I'm hoping to be able to see some stuff up there. I have no idea what's up there, but I was doing the thing you mentioned earlier where I'll just look at eBird stuff about
Yeah.
what has been seen
What
and
what you expect to see. I even look
yeah,
at like the graph. I'll go to like all time, what's been seen
yeah,
at a spot, and I'll go to the graph and I'll just kind of look at October and I'll roughly see what I should expect.
yeah.
You'd
I
think you
should
should
have
be
gone a
getting
month
some
ago.
deuce come in if you're near water up there.
There is a river, and there's a couple. I don't know if you call them lakes or ponds or like a filled-in quarry, but there's a couple of like bigger-ish bodies of water around it.
Hmm.
A month ago, there was a American bittern hanging out somewhere around there, and people got some close shots of it, and I was like, "Pooh!" I really want a bittern.
It might hang out.
Maybe I no one posted it in in about a month, but it's true. Doesn't mean it's still not there, but
Yeah.
they're hard to find on a good day, let alone a
Oh
spot I've
yeah.
never been before, and a
Right.
month made that
Right.
that they may not be supposed to
Sorry,
be there.
did you say they were seeing it and getting good looks at it?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Like I don't
It's pretty
know.
rare.
Yeah, like they weren't. I don't. I wouldn't say MFD, but like within a range, like a portrait range of a 600 is what it looked like,
Hmm.
which was pretty good.
That's good enough. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know if I've ever been that close without them being like in the
obstructed.
yeah, obstructed in the reeds.
They're
Or
always
like
like this.
they'll flush from that close.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I've never seen one. Actually, that's not true. I think I've seen two, both flying, and I'm not positive either one were actually an American bittern. Actually, one I'm pretty confident was. It was a pond in Cambridge where I used to go. A pond where I got a lot of good turn shots. And I went there early one morning and I just was wandering down to this low spot just to see what was around. And I startled something from this like kind of brush piley peninsula point of tree stuff.
Hmm.
And it just flew low across the pond and up over the reeds and gone. But it was like Great Blue Heron size, but brown and wasn't a crane. So there's
Right.
not a ton
That's
else that it could have been. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. Narrows it down.
Yep. Nails it down pretty quick. Another time I was in Toronto at a dog park and I looked up and I saw a brown thing that wasn't a crane flying over me. And I was like, that's a heron, but it's brown, so it's probably a bittern. Way up there.
Yep.
Just
Makes sense.
yep. Want to see one. Want to hear that?
It's a silly, silly, silly sound.
Mm-hmm.
It's often when I'm not expecting it and I just hear I'm like, oh, this is great. Where is it?
I've definitely heard it. I've never
Does a good
seen
sound. I
one.
think I did that pretty good actually.
That was good. That was
All
solid.
right. All right. All right.
Yeah.
Keith,
I
what do you
like.
think? Keith always has like these best like he does like really good like renditions of the calls.
Oh,
So
really?
yeah, I feel
I
nervous
try.
to do it and Keith make fun of me.
I got a good long-tailed duck. That's my
Oh, you
favorite.
got the long tail. Didn't you do that at TTP when we were there?
Yeah, I like doing it back to him.
Yeah. Yeah, we went to TTP.
We did. We saw nothing.
We saw a bunch of the Merlins were very uh
Active.
yeah, they were active for what, probably 20 minutes or so? Kind of
Yeah.
hanging out and chasing flickers in front of us on
Yeah.
this crib that's designed to house nesting cormorants, I guess, so they get to stay out of the trees.
I think
I
so.
think that's what
I
they're
think that's what it's for.
promoting. Well, yeah. Anyway, I think probably like the flickers were probably on there eating. I bet they were eating some ants, some bugs.
Mm-hmm.
They're probably up there doing that, and then the Merlins were just coming in and chasing them. It was actually pretty cool.
It was.
I hadn't seen that kind of behavior, like with flickers involved. A
Yeah.
larger bird. Usually it's smaller flocking birds, but
Like a flicker versus a merlin isn't like that different in size. Like it is, but they're both pretty medium birds.
hmm
And
yeah.
actually, well, not that it's small in frame, but the one picture I got of the merlin on top of the two posts with the other
hmm
two kind of
hmm
staggered down. That's
Yeah,
kind of small in frame. Not really, but
kind of. It's I would say it's like more of like a it's it's small and frame for you, but it's like in a more of artistic like high key type shot.
Yeah.
minimalistic kind of thing.
I would have loved more if one of them sat on the dead stick tree thing that I was near, but I don't know if it was because I was near it or they just didn't go over there. I really wish they would have sat on that stick somewhere. It would have been much better.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, man, I love watching that like behavior. The flickers were like hiding on the posts underneath the top layer of the crib thing, and the Merlins were sitting on top of the posts. And every time the flicker would move, the Merlins would take off and they'd swoop after him, and then the flicker would dodge and kind of go underneath and hide and wait for a bit, and then the Merlins would wait up top.
Mm-hmm.
I did get a couple of shots that it's one of those situations where it's like this man-made thing, and I don't necessarily want the man-made aspect in the pictures. It made for a cool experience, but I don't think I really like any of the pictures because it's just like 2x4s and 4x4 posts.
Right. And you're also like, you're shooting 800. You're a little bit closer than me at times, depending on where they were on the crib. So like you were able to kind of get into their life a little bit better than I could just with the 400. So like I was actually looking at it from a different approach where I'm like, I want the man-made object in there because it's going to be in there. I'm not going to be able to just, isolate the bird enough from where I was that I was trying to make something work. But they were almost too erratic at times.
I tried to track a couple while they flew past, and there are no swallows, which are impossible, but like they're very directionally changey birds. Like that's sort of the whole point of a falcon, arguably.
Yeah, because then we had a Cooper's hawk fly over, and it was very just like linear.
Yep.
They just followed it. Yeah.
Yeah, the Merlins like took off after it like F-18s like escorting like a jet. Like, get the shit out of here.
Yeah, like a refueling jet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, go away.
Yeah, it was cool
I thought for a minute it was like something that was more interesting than a Cooper's hawk. Not that Cooper's hawks aren't interesting.
I was really hoping it was the goshawk.
Mm-hmm.
I really was at first because like there was shining off my LCD. I was trying to see what it was, and I'm like, no, it's just Cooper's.
I thought for a half second that it could have been a red-shouldered because it was kind of like rusty underneath. But on further inspection, it was definitely a coop. And I think that's one of the things that bugs me about, how do I put this sort of not the worst, new people to birds really wanting to see something interesting. We're like, is this and then say some rare thing that they probably didn't see. Just assume that it's the common thing until someone says, actually.
For sure. Yeah, for sure. I think that's probably the approach you should go. You shouldn't be going around saying it is the uncommon thing. Now, when you first get into it and you're like, say you use an identification app and it tells you a certain thing, it's like, oh, it's a snowy plover and it's really a semi-palmated. Although it really wouldn't work. But like, or a piping plover and you're like, well, we don't really have snowies over here. Not to say it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
We don't typically get them. In our area, more likely you shouldn't go with that. But if you don't know range, you're just like, oh, that's what it says. It's a snowy plover. I think I did that early on.
Yeah. We did a test right before this, so we'd know that Merlin isn't the most accurate thing ever.
I don't know. It was close.
It was close. All right.
So
oh, sorry, you go.
No, it's your show and tell, baby.
So I cleaned the house the other day, and I've mentioned this, I think, on the podcast before, but my mom bought me this like metal like art thing, and it's cool. I'm gonna put it up over there. I just didn't have time yet. But I think the person designing it doesn't know what owls look like, because that's not what a snowy owl looks like.
Is it actually supposed to be as snowy, or are you just saying that because it's white?
I'm mostly just saying that because it's white. If I get this, the eyeball looks kind of cool. I'm mostly just saying that because it's white. But also, like, snowies don't have these. Snowies don't have this.
Right.
But I like it. It's cute. It's fun.
What did we determine? It was a snowy long-eared great horned owl?
Yeah.
Something.
It's the long, snowy-eared...
But then Merlin confirmed we were wrong because it said it was a budgie.
It did. So he ran
Merlin
into
said
Merlin.
It was a freaking budgie.
This is what I'm saying. You can't trust Merlin. Because this isn't a budgie either.
It was
No one knows what this is.
budgie parrot, it said. I don't even know what range it said it was at. Like, what is the range of this thing right now? Okay, here. Yeah,
do you want to do it live?
It's a budgie. Where are they
They're
from?
in like Australia.
Yeah, Australia.
Yeah.
Bro, you got a rarity.
My bedroom.
Yeah, I saw them at the local like pet store, but you got a rarity, bud. That's
Hell
sick.
yeah.
Yeah,
E-bird my house.
What was the second one? Oh, the second one it says was a striped owl.
Ooh.
Oh, this actually looks more like it.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, it does. Oh, and I can't even show you because I'm going to send it to you right now.
Oh, you know what? I just Googled it. It's not that far off.
Look at the one I sent you. Is it not a striped owl?
You know what?
Close.
Maybe I stand corrected. Maybe it is a striped owl.
And where is it from?
Yeah, I was going to say where a striped owl is from.
South America and Central America.
I mean,
Venezuela, Colombia, Peru, Bolivia.
He would
I don't know why I'm saying it like that, but Chile.
You're saying it like a Latin lover.
Yes. I am Bad Bunny.
He would be, or who's that other guy?
apparently.
Daddy Yankee, isn't he?
Yes. I saw it was Daddy Yankee standing with Vladimir Guerrero, and it said Yankee Daddy because he beat the Yankees.
Yeah, that works.
Well, they did. So it was Daddy Yankee with Yankee Daddy, or Yankees Daddy. Anyway, if you're baseball fans, go Jays.
I'm not, but I can't not hear about them right now.
It's right, but it's on brand because Blue Jays.
You're right.
So
we're
allowed to talk about them. We're actually allowed to talk about the Maple Leafs, even though we're both probably not really fans, because that's nature.
It's true.
But
We're really reaching for something here.
Yeti. For your Blue Jay beverages in the ALCS.
Wow.
Cheers.
You're shilling hard.
Where were we?
I don't even know.
We didn't see anything.
No. Well,
not much.
Really.
We didn't really see much. Didn't expect to see much. It was a little early. Expect to see a few more shorebirds. If you didn't flush the only one that was there, we probably would take photos of it. Holy shit. I don't even remember what happened. I got chewed out by somebody there that day.
What? I'll tell you my perspective first, because I think it was kind of not funnier, but we get to our spot and couldn't really see anything immediately. So you kind of walked one way and I kind of went the other way. I didn't see anything over there. So I'm walking back and we had seen this individual when we got there. Like we weren't like startled by the presence of someone else. And I heard you talking or heard some talking. So I thought you were like just chatting with this person. And then I passed them and they kind of gave me like a dirty look. And I was like, okay. Like I didn't think much of it. But then I went over to you and was like, hey, what's going on? I see anything? And you're like, I just got chewed out by this bitch over here. And I was like, oh. Like it sounded like you guys were just chatting, but I guess not.
And I was like, no, we were yelling at each other at 7 o'clock at 6:30 in the morning. She was wearing a shirt that like basically said, I came here to battle. And I'm like, this is insane.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't remember what the shirt was, but it was very
like prototypical white male, or it said something about that. She's like, these are the people that I was trying to avoid today. It just happens that I run into you. And I'm like, fuck, she figured me out already.
I did. You didn't. I took some pictures of he, she, they, that person.
I went wrong. I said ma'am accidentally when I was trying to calm her down, and that's not the pronouns. I'm not making fun of that shit, but like I was just trying to like just bring down the situation. And I'm like, ma'am, listen. And she's just snapped at me because apparently it's not ma'am. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And then
I'm from the sticks. I'm not used to this stuff.
I think you said at one point, like they were mad because you flushed the shorebird that was there.
The only one. I didn't even see it. The only one there.
And they were like, I never flush anything.
Yeah.
But then later They
Well, so what
flushed a
happened was
Merlin.
we pulled up and I knew where to go because, well, we both know where to go, but I
Yeah.
knew where I wanted to go because I wanted to get to the point where a lot of the shorebirds are seen.
Mhm.
And it just so happened that this individual, as we were coming up to kind of the coast of the lake, the shoreline, started to like run across to get to a certain spot. So I slowed down a little bit to let them get to their thing. I was
Mhm.
so when you see someone run across and you see someone like constantly looking back to see what you're up to, you're more focused on them.
Mhm.
So I was kind of seeing what this individual was up to, and they had left their spotting scope in a spot and had walked
Mhm.
down the peninsula a little bit to get ahead of me for whatever reason. So I don't know. I just was like kind of focusing on them a little bit and was walking at their pace to keep a distance, the same
Mhm.
distance, to see what side of the point they were going to, and I was going to go to the other side. Well, fuck, I'm going to get in trouble again.
We don't know. That's the
They,
thing. We don't know.
oh, I
They,
found
I
out.
guess.
I know now. Um,
Yeah.
they had gone to the south side of the peninsula, so I stayed on the north just to give space because I'm
Yeah.
like this individual was a little flustered that we're here for some reason. Well, it just so happened that there was a black belly plovers. It was a black belly. There wasn't even an American or Pacific, which I may have seen one.
We talked about that.
And it was just a black belly. It is what it is. And because I was walking down the right side, that's why it flushed because it was down in the right side. On this spot, you're about 6 or 7 feet above the water line.
Yep.
So of course, like you don't blend in very much. You're actually like a sky silhouette to these birds. So it makes sense why it flew off. Well, she blamed me till the cows came home on why it flushed. Well, she's not wrong, but it was like actions and behavior that caused me to go a certain way and kind of focus on them that I wasn't even
Yeah.
looking at shorebirds. Like I didn't even know that little thing was there. And she was really, 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 really disappointed in the fact that I flushed the bird. That she was researching for science.
hmm I feel
So,
like
yeah,
I feel like
yeah.
when they first when we first showed up, I thought because we look like we do, they were like, this guy's gonna steal my spotting scope, and they were going to
It did look
protect
like they
their
were going back to
investment.
their property. Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
And then so I was like, oh, like I
Okay.
purposely didn't walk that direction because I was like,
Right.
if that's the vibe I'm giving off, like
Right.
I'm not here for that. I'm gonna
Right.
look for something else.
Hmm.
And then like so like I said, I peeled off to go to the right. Like I didn't even get this interaction, but I came back and I was like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah. No, I was caught off guard too. Like I
Yeah.
go out a lot. I've never had an experience. I don't want to be like that guy. Like, oh, I've never had this experience before. But I've never really ran into somewhere where it was like blatantly obvious that an individual was disappointed with me being there.
hmm
Um, I think this individual is a little off. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. Like any level-headed person wouldn't have acted that way.
Yeah.
I tried to diffuse it, and then she said, I don't go to spots and just go around flushing birds." And I'm like, "Well, I don't typically either." And then
I tried not to be
and I'm
honest.
like, I'm like, listen, I've photographed quite a few shorebirds. I apologize that that one flew away. It's gonna come. It'll probably come back. I don't know if it did or not, but I'm like, there's a good chance it'll come back. Like, sorry. And she just kind of huffed and puffed. And I went, this is where I went wrong because I went, do you have a problem with me fucking being here? Because like, there was this obvious, you know what I mean? And that's when she
Yeah.
turned around and started chewing at me. So I started that. I'm trying to figure out in the situation like where I went wrong, and it was just
Yeah.
like this is a time if you don't know who I am, like this is the time to educate. Like, hey, listen, they're a little skittish. That specific species. Oh, what is that species? Oh, well, it's a plover. The black bellies and the Americans they tend to be a little more skittish.
hmm
You got to take your time approaching them. Oh, I didn't happen to see it. Oh, I know they're really hard to see. Their plumage, but it wasn't any like if you're a researcher, like you educate people. I would think
hmm
unless you're not happy with that individual being there at the certain point in time and that's your main objective.
I think maybe I don't want to give anyone credit or like put words in anybody's mouth here, but I feel like this is one of those situations where it's like photographer versus bird.
That did get brought up too
Oh,
because
did it?
she said, "What's your name?" And I said, "Well, I don't really have to tell you my name." She
You're
goes,
like
"Well,
Kyle.
Yeah, well, I know her name because apparently a bunch of guys that I know have had run-ins with her and also know her somewhat on a personal level because
Oh, really?
they do
Uh,
go. She's probably never gonna listen to this. They do
how
go
funny would
around
that
and
be?
they are an eBird reviewer,
Okay.
so they are higher up. But yeah, it was. So I said, let me get on track here again. I said, I don't use
Sorry.
e. She goes, what's your name? I go, I'm not going to tell you my name. She goes, don't worry. I'll find out when you submit your eBird report later. And I said, well, I don't really do that. And she just kind of huffed and puffed and stormed off. And I go, listen, I'm just here to take photos. She goes, oh, maybe that's the problem. Maybe it's because you're a photographer and not a birder. And I went, oh, this is what this is. This is a photographer birder issue. I go, I've never actually had one of these issues, but I've heard about them, and apparently it's true. She goes, and we kind of exchanged a few things back and forth. I can't remember that dialogue. And then she said, "You're just one of these guys." She showed her shirt. She literally dressed for the
Hmm.
job that day because
Yeah,
that
yeah.
shirt like dictated that she was out for a battle
Hmm.
with chauvinistic men like myself or something like that. I don't know.
Just bearded fucks.
Bearded fuck boys, and write that down as the
Whoa,
title.
bearded fuck boys.
And well, that's what I felt like at the time. And then you know how people that want to get the last word in, so they say, "Oh, you're just one of those people that just need to get the last word in," and then that automatically, like, if you say anything back to that, you are that guy.
Yep.
I just dropped it.
Yep.
Because what do I say there? She checkmate.
No.
Yeah, exactly. So it was a very interesting.
Oh, wait, T. I know your response.
Well, that would have worked because that's about the level we were on at the time.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is fucking insane. I'm just out here just looking for stuff to take photos of. Like, this is
Yeah.
an honest mistake of just like focusing on what you're trying to prevent me to do. And
Hmm.
it just so happened that you pushed me into the side that the bird was on because I was trying to give you space. Like, I didn't see the bird.
Yeah.
I was focusing.
It's such a
Anyway, anybody
strange.
that knows me, like, knows
I don't know
I
you.
tend to know how to work for the most part around these things. I have people behind me going, how to like Teddy and stuff. How is he so close to that bird? And it's like walking over my hands. Like I know
Hmm.
what to do. This was just a honest mistake of just not focusing on if there was anything there. And
Yep.
obviously, when you hear the beep 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 when it goes off, like you're like, oh fuck, I
Oh
just flushed
crap.
something. She did not like that, and I probably would apologize, but we never like again if I saw her, but we didn't get to that point. It
Yeah.
went to blows quickly.
Yeah.
And then she was wearing the fucking shirt to like
Yeah.
seal the
Yeah.
deal, which is scary to me. Like people are going around out dressed looking for that scenario.
Yeah.
That
Hmm.
tells me too I was duped into it. And then I have confirmation that a few other people have had conversations with her. And
Hmm.
then one day she's good and another day she's not.
She
So I
must
think
have
it just
had her
caught her on a
double
bad
double,
day.
her large double double beforehand.
Yeah,
Like, we
someone
were all
pissed in
coffeeed
her
up.
cornflakes.
Someone. Yeah.
So anyway,
Yeah.
that's kind of what happened. It kind of threw me off for that specific moment.
Hmm. As it would, I would think.
I've never had that before. I've heard other people talk about run-ins with people, and I'm just like, oh, just fucking ignore people. But there are some people that are you can't ignore.
No.
They're
Yeah.
that much of a presence, and this individual certainly was that morning for me.
Came out for blood and or feathers. I don't know.
Yeah,
Oh well. We ultimately like nothing happened. It was just
Mm-mm.
annoying. Uh,
It
later
was
I thought
unnecessary.
it was very unnecessary.
Yeah,
It's a big place. Like there's room for everybody, even on that spot. Like
yeah,
later
yeah.
they did startle one of the Merlins we were looking at, which I thought
Mm.
was funny. I wasn't gonna point it out, but I
Yeah,
was like,
they were kind of like acting like the world's worst like sheepdog, cattle dog, like
yeah.
hurting me, but like hurting me to the wrong spot. Like why couldn't they just go, "Hey, there's a rare bird or not a rare bird, a bird I'm looking at here."
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at this thing here. Just don't. No problem.
I'll be like, "Oh, what is it?" "Oh, it's a black belly." "Oh, okay, that's cool. Do you mind if I hang around and watch it with you?" Or, "Oh, I'm not interested in that today."
Or what about this? How about this? How about this? Uh, excuse me. Don't. There's something down here, and I just really wouldn't prefer you to start a little bit. Oh yeah, what is it? I think it's a black belly puller. Oh, that's cool. Check out what I saw the other week. I need your opinion,
Yeah,
actually.
yeah,
Do you? Is
yeah. I
this?
could have.
Yeah,
She's an eBird reviewer. Yeah, exactly. I
exactly.
didn't even bring up the fact that I was taking MFD photos at 6 feet of a mega rarity in Ontario,
Yeah.
which doesn't matter. Like that's nothing.
No.
Like that's not for me to like gloat about. So that's why I didn't even think about bringing it up. But
Well, I didn't even mean gloat, but like
yeah,
if you gleaned that this
yeah,
person may know what they're talking about just from an exchange, you can go, hey, like I don't know what this is. This could be this. It could be this. I'm just looking for opinions because it's kind of been a topic of conversation.
yeah. Do you think that's
Icebreaker.
location based though? Like I feel like I could do that. This may sound really
Do it.
excuse me, ignorant of me,
Clip it.
but I feel like I could do that in areas around me, my place, because people are usually open to like a nice, generous conversation. Whereas
Mm-hmm.
like maybe a lot of her conversations of, excuse me, I'm just looking like, oh, fuck yourself. Does that happen? I can go wherever the fuck I want. Don't tell me, like, I don't know. Is there a lot of confrontation when it comes to like trying to prevent somebody to get to a spot? Like that's kind of like dictating what they can do.
Mm-hmm.
Has that happened? You know what I mean? It's hard to really say like what the average experience an individual has at a popular place, especially one that they frequent a lot and tend to think that they are definitely like the elite of the area.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think you're right, but can't really get into the individual's mind of
No,
like
that's fair.
maybe why that approach wouldn't work and maybe it hasn't in the past.
I would say for the most part, I still am into knives, and I found that it just wasn't like aligning with a lot of the same like
I don't think
views.
knives would have helped me in this situation.
No, no,
But I
no,
appreciate it. Oh shit!
definitely not. Definitely not. Well,
If you just carried a knife, I mean,
yeah, just no. What I was saying is just like I found that like my views and my thoughts on the world just didn't align with a lot of people in that hobby, so I kind of left a bad taste in my mouth. And generally,
yeah,
like if I have a camera walking around a bird place, other people with cameras walking around a bird place, just like you'll have the casual like, oh, see anything interesting? And when you
exactly.
do, you go, not at all, totally. See you
Yeah,
later. Or if
yeah,
you do, it's like, oh, there's some blue jays and like whatever. There's some
yeah.
semi-palm sandpipers over there. They're like, oh yeah, I saw them too. Saw this here earlier. And it's usually just a more pleasant interaction. But this was like
Mhm.
flip side of that, where it's just like, what are you here? Fuck you for like no reason.
Yeah. I mean, there's certainly. I know you know this, but there certainly was a reason. It just didn't have to like be the reason why we got to that point.
Yeah,
That point should have never been reached. Yeah. I am an asshole, but like I'm not an asshole like in public to people. I keep to myself
yeah.
for
That's
that
why you like
reason.
birds.
Like I don't want every conversation to be that.
No, definitely not.
I'm definitely not
Definitely
the
not.
victim here. It's just like there obviously took two of us to tango. It was just such an interesting situation for the
Mhm.
5 years that I birded. And we go to Tommy Thompson quite a bit.
Fairly often, not.
Like I've gone a bunch of times even without you. Like I've gone enough times that this is the first time. Yeah, I'm sorry for breaking that news to you now.
Oh shit.
John breaks bad news. Matt's been going. Have you seen that guy? John breaks bad news.
No.
People call this guy and say, "Hey, listen, I need you to call my buddy Jim and tell him that like he needs to clean his act together." He needs to
Oh,
get
okay.
And so he's
Interesting.
like, "Hey, Jim." He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "Yeah, this is John from John Breaks Bad News." He's like, "Yeah." He goes, "Yeah, your buddy Matt says that you really need to get your shit together," and he like tells them stuff that their buddies can't. So anyway,
I thought he would. Anyway, I thought he would tell him who said it
yeah.
because that seems
No, no,
pointless.
no, no. It's like he called me and asked me to tell you this.
Oh,
Couldn't
interesting.
do it yourself. He didn't really want to like get your reaction. He just needs to tell you. He feels like he. Anyway,
Interesting.
but yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I have been there many times. I've been to many places a bunch of times, and I always try to avoid these things or avoid the places where these type of things can happen.
Hmm.
And I know it can happen anywhere, but yeah, certainly not a victim. Just a
Unfortunate
unfortunate.
crossroads.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
I want to go
Could have better
back,
myself.
and I'm not gonna lie. I hope they're not there.
I mean, if they were there again, I would like literally reintroduce myself if you didn't forget my face because they were taking photos of me through their scope with their cell phone
I have photos of them
while
also
we were,
that I took with my actual camera.
yeah, like they were taking like yeah, spotting scope shots of me, like obviously to continue the narrative. Like we're continuing the narrative too. Don't get me wrong.
Hmm.
This is
True.
more just it's my fucking podcast. I'll talk about what I want.
Yeah.
You get one if you want to share your side. But yeah, like definitely like spotting scope, trying to like get photos of me. Probably ask, they're trying to figure out who my name is. Like whatever.
I don't know.
But I would, as I was saying, sorry, I would go back and I would apologize. Like I didn't like it to get to that point.
You should bring a
It was
Snickers.
dumb. It was dumb. Yeah.
Be like, you seemed hungry last time.
Yeah, you're not yourself when you're hungry. Bitch, you don't know me. I'm like, oh great, I fucking started it again.
All right, shoot. Came bearing
So anyway,
gifts.
other than
of food.
that, TTP was just as lame.
Merlin's. Yeah.
But it was
Wait,
fun.
we
I
saw.
still had a good time walking.
We saw
and talking.
all of the Blue Jays, though.
Oh, do you know how many Blue Jays we saw, guys? If you could count, how many do you see? 500? 300? 400?
It was like a flock of snow geese flying over us, but it was the Blue Jays. They must have been going somewhere.
Do you think you could do the podcast by yourself for like 12 seconds?
Gotta go shit.
No, my dryer's literally beeping at me, and I'm annoyed as hell, and I'm gonna turn it off.
Okay, yeah, go get it.
Entertain them.
Okay. I've never done this before. Who did what? Yeah, I think unfortunately there are run-ins with people. That's not unfortunate to run into people, but I think we have to be conscious just to try not to get in the way, disturb people. Like, we're all out there to do the same kind of fun activity, and like, at least I would say for the most part, people aren't out there trying to make a living. It's out there. You're out there at 5 a.m. because you're excited. It's fun. You're doing a hobby. You're escaping from the real world, and like, there's space for everybody. So try not to be. I'm not saying this to you, Matt. I'm just saying this to everybody. Like, just try to give everyone space. Don't crowd. If you see someone on a bird or on something, don't post up next to them and set your yoga mat down beside someone on the beach.
Oh shoot! Yeah,
like just
exactly.
Just be courteous. Yeah.
That's funny. The last few times, like, yeah, there has been different levels of comfort of other individuals, whether it's the comfort of like getting angry with you and discussing things at a higher tone, or getting so cozy with somebody that literally dropping a yoga mat down and scooching in for warmth is an option. That's not an option for me. I'm not going to do that. If I see someone doing something, I'll check it out with a long lens, what they're looking at, and then I'm going to either wait to see if that bird moves on to somewhere else where it's my opportunity, or they be done with their photos.
Yep.
Yep.
And I think that's the right attitude. Like, we're in nature to escape people. Really, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And I would argue that like most of the time that is successful.
Yes. The vast majority of the time.
The vast majority of the time, that is a positive experience. Yeah. Just a little bit of education helps everybody. Even if it's education like, hey, there's a bird up here that I'm just keeping an eye on. Do you mind just kind of trying not to flush it? Oh, shit. Yeah, absolutely.
My favorite interactions are people who aren't birders or birdtographers. I don't know. There's a
you'll work on that.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. I had one earlier. Anyway, my favorite types of interactions are usually with people who aren't that. And when Kyle and I last year were on that bard for a few hours, maybe not, actually wasn't even a few hours, it was maybe an hour. It had flown into an open part of the park where there was just like concrete trail, a little field, and like some stumps it was on.
Mm-hmm.
And like, it's not like we can't prevent someone from seeing it. We're like, don't look over here. So like, people would walk by and they'd be like, oh, like, what are you guys looking at? Be like, oh, that owl right there. Like, oh. And a couple of people had like known that there was an owl in that park previously and had seen it in years past, and like, oh, we didn't see him last year or whatever. Or some people are like, I've never seen that before.
Are these traditionally walkers, dog walkers? They're not people with cameras.
No, just people.
Because when I see people with cameras, like, I point my camera the other way, like,
or just start chimping, or just like,
or chimping. Yeah, like, isn't that funny? Like, I just want that experience. You know what I mean?
Do people know what chimping is? Like, that sounds like a mean thing.
Well, chimping does it comes from like wedding photographers and stuff like that are like
Okay.
during the wedding. That's where I originally heard it.
Yep.
Is like chimping, like checking the back of your screen and kind of like looking at your photos that you have already on your SD
Yeah.
card. Yeah.
So here's my impression of chimping.
Yeah. Yeah, you're
Just looking through
fiddling
shit.
around, moving an abacus like a chimp would
Just
or
like,
something. Yeah, exactly.
doing some quick calculations.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've done that. Or you're just like, nope, nothing. I don't know what you're
That's my don't ever believe me if you walk by me, if you know me. Yeah, even if I don't know you and you're like, "Hey, have you seen anything?" and like you know me, maybe you've watched the pod or something 'cause
It's a
we're so
double
popular.
bluff.
And then I'm like, "Have you seen anything?" and I'm like, "No, nothing today, but it's a beautiful day." Like I saw something probably.
Yeah. Oh, I saw something. I'm not telling you
If
what
you
it is or
ask
where it
again,
is.
I will double down. No. No,
No.
it's gorgeous though. I don't even have an SD card in here. I'll
Yeah.
show you.
Yeah. I like there's an owl. I've talked about it before. His name's, well, I call him Fred. It's a screech owl in this very popular park. And like he's the chillest freaking screech owl of all time. And not that that's necessarily a good thing. It means he's very humanized, but I can't say don't hang out in a park and the owl just happens to be in the park. Like some people go looking for the owl, but for the most part, he just sits on right on the edge of a trail and just people walk past him all day.
Right.
Or she, I don't know, or they could be a them owl, I don't know. But I love when I'm watching it or looking at it, and a family of children will come by or whatever, and then what are you looking at? Like, oh, there's a screech owl, and like you can't see him because it's just like
Yeah.
tucked up, face in his chest, looks as gray as the stump.
Yeah, look, blends right in.
Yep.
Takes up the space of the hole perfectly, probably.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then people are like, oh, I would never have seen that, and then they talk to their kids about it, and I'm like, I'm gonna ruin these kids with bird stuff. Like these people are gonna like birds when I'm done talking to them.
That was their moment when they have a podcast on 15 years ago. There's just this weird guy with a beard just staring at a tree.
Just staring
And
at
then
a
he told
tree.
me there was an owl in there, and that was the first time I saw an owl.
There's been countless times where I'm just staring into a tree. And people are like, what are you looking at? And I was like, I don't know yet.
Yeah, something is off. Something is different. My brain is telling me, and I haven't figured it out yet.
Or it's like a kinglet, or like yesterday I took the dog for a walk in the park, and I saw something running down like a tree that was sort of far away. So I crouched down. I didn't have my camera, but I crouched down beside the dog, and it was a creeper, and it was just like creeping up this little tree, and then it flew to a telephone pole and did some sneaking around on that, and then it flew to a close tree. So I actually probably had the closest look I've ever had at a creeper before, but I didn't have my camera, and I just enjoyed staring at it. But I'm just staring at a tree, and if you're staring at a tree with that as a creeper in it, you can barely see those guys just on a regular.
Oh yeah, they
basis.
camouflage in.
Yeah. So anyone walking by would be like, "The fuck is this guy looking at?"
Yeah.
Just like,
I remember last year I was going for a walk and it was getting kind of sort of dark, and there was this low-hanging branch in the forest, and it looked like there was an owl, probably like a screech owl, sitting on it, because it was just like this bulky, beefy little thing.
mhm.
And it's not moving. And I'm like, there's an owl. This is amazing. I came out looking for barred owls. I found a screech owl. This is awesome. Out in the open. So I start walking towards it slowly, slowly. I'm like 50 yards, 40 yards, 30 yards. I get to about 20 yards and I'm rustling in the leaves. And then a silhouette changes. And it's like a gray squirrel. But it looked exactly like the size and chunkiness of the owl. But then like just the silhouette of like the squirrel face. I'm like, I probably walked up to it for about 45 seconds, taking my time, because I was like, I don't want this thing to flush. And it was a darn squirrel.
Yep. I
At
about the time I started messaging you about snowy owls and stuff, I was also messaging this guy Brad, and Brad
Double
gave me a
dipping.
lot. Yeah, I gotta spread the seed out, you know. Yeah. So,
this is
he was
children's podcast.
this is it's really not. Well, it's not even that bad, but he wouldn't tell me really where owls were. Like he always would post sick owl pictures, but he would say like, look for this time of day, they like this habitat kind of stuff. So I was walking through a park near my house at the time, and towards the top of the tree was the silhouette of a bard. And I was like, and like I hadn't seen any bards before in real life, but I like knew what they looked like, knew what the size were. So I was like, it's right there. So I did the same thing. Like I snuck up, like it really shouldn't. Anyway, I snuck up on it. And it wasn't until I was like almost under the tree that I realized it was just a pile of leaves at the top of the tree. But I even got a picture of it, like with my phone, and it was the shape of a bard. Like it was that shape. But now, knowing where it was and where it was sitting, like it wouldn't have made much sense.
Would have never been there.
Yeah. But I remember sneaking up on absolutely nothing. And I was like, crap. Like,
That's just practice. That's
true.
It's like setting up your own little, like, obstacle course in the backyard to sneaking up on perch owls.
I do that. Do you do that with your camera at all? Or are you better than me? So I'll be sitting watching TV, and I'll have my camera beside me, and there'll be like a can of twisted tea like on the counter or something, and I'll just be like, and I'll try to like aim at it and get it in the viewfinder at like on the first go, so that if I see something, I just kind of go, oh.
So you're working on reflexes,
I guess, or just like learning where to look at something and bring the camera up.
Yeah. I find I didn't do it intentionally, but just over time of using an 800 for so long, just the muscle memory of roughly where the camera angle is to where the bird is, it just kind of, just repetition, putting in those reps rather than like doing in-home training.
How many of those twisted teeth have you had?
What did I say?
At train
Write
homing.
that one down. At
train homing.
Write it down.
I don't think we're allowed to say write it down every time, because then I don't know, because then we're just like calling it out. We're like, oh, that's how they do it. I don't know.
Oh yeah, it's a secret or something.
Yeah,
you guys will never figure it out.
Yeah, it's super hidden.
It's real technical stuff.
Yeah,
Scorsese type stuff.
I have sometimes I'll go to erase a memory card and there'll be like 40 pictures of like a pop can or like the rag that's hanging on the sink. Because I also will go like, I want to know approximately the size something's going to be, a specific type of bird at a distance.
Yeah.
So like that thing looks like about the size of an X.
So what?
Sure.
A pop can.
A pop can. Or mug. I always say they're mug size.
All right.
And but yeah, like if I can kind of get an idea or a feel of the distance with my eyeballs, I'll know how big it should be in the camera. So then I can kind of live.
Especially if you know the size of your room. Like if it's 11.5-foot room and you're at one side, like
you
kind of know even the distance.
Yeah. And it just like it's weird sort of practice, but I don't know if it's helped me at all.
I was just gonna say,
like
do you think it's like honed the skill at all, or is it just like keep you occupied with your ADHD for a couple of
It's definitely that. It's definitely that. But also, like, I think I have become more selective.
I'm laughing with you, by the way.
Oh, for sure. Like, I get it. You can laugh at me too if you want. It's fine.
Okay.
I think it has helped in a way that I'm like, that bird, I can't get the picture I want with the bird at that distance. So I'm going to move before even taking a picture.
Recognizing you may be too close or something.
Or too far. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Too close is never really an issue.
No. Well, it is when you have the 800 F11. Because you're like,
no, it is.
Hop
but you know
back.
what the interesting thing is, you're not going to get the photo, but like if you can get a bird like come in closer than like 19 feet, that's just a fun experience. Like alive. Yeah. But anyway.
Alive? Like you can get it close to a dead bird, no problem.
No, a live experience, like in the moment. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I was talking to, kind of goes along with this. I was talking to George, who's come up a couple times in the podcast. Don't know if he's ever going to listen to it, but we talk about him a lot. So he was the guy
Nikon
with
guys.
the Nikon guy with the Z8 warranty.
Yeah, they don't listen to this, Nikon guys.
No, they're too busy fiddling with their DSLRs.
Autofocus.
Their autofocus settings.
Their foot detection.
He did get his Z8 back, but he's mad at it because it let him down. So he's actually sold it, and he's waiting for a Z52 to come up so we can use that. And then he's also gonna buy
Isn't that
the
crop?
yes,
He went from a 45 megapixel full frame to a crop.
yes, and he has
Hmm.
some crazy
Are you
calculation that he sent me, which
you
I don't
sure?
even know what the problem is. Not the problem. This is not a problem, but he is
Yeah, it
from
is.
he's from Czechoslovakia
Oh,
or
that's not a
whatever. I think
problem.
he's
I'm
Czech.
sorry.
No, no, no. But he has the calculation, and I asked him, and he's an engineer, so he's already kind of like talking about stuff that I don't know in a not English as his first language. So sometimes he'll say something, and I'm like, that doesn't. I don't quite understand what you're trying
Right.
to tell me.
Right.
So he has this calculation he sent me. It was like a square root with a bunch of numbers, and he's like, "See," and I was like,
See, I
"No."
see numbers.
So I think what he was talking about was basically pixel density because
Okay, sure.
he kind of loves to crop, and I'm like, I'm not doing that.
Mhm.
So his camera decisions are based on how many pixels can he put on something so
Sure.
that he doesn't have to get that close.
Yep.
Where I think
Rookie
prefer the
move, but yeah.
scenario of I'd rather lose the picture
Yes.
to gain a better one later.
Yes. I'm gonna push my luck to get better proximity.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't like going or with other people or going to a rarity or going to somewhere where people are wanting to see a bird because I'm gonna have the idea to get closer or get the
Hmm.
closer shot of. So I don't play nice that way. I
Yeah.
probably would have flushed that black belly plover eventually at some point if it wasn't right off
You're
the
sitting
bat.
on it.
Yeah. But yeah, okay, I understand that. Okay.
Yeah. So
What glass? Is it like the 180-600 or something?
so that was the next part. So he's also kind of just feels something about how much he had invested in it.
Sure.
So he has still the 400 4.5, which is
Okay.
a deadly sharp lens. I think
Hmm.
it's
Oh yeah.
dumb.
Well, you need.
Um
I personally think you need good glass for APS-C.
yes,
Vince and I were talking about this. You need good quality glass on APS-C bodies.
to resolve it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bingo. Yeah.
So that was another
I
one of his
agree.
points. So he wants to use either the Z50 Mark II on the 400 5.6,
Hmm.
sometimes even with a teleconverter, as sort of a more distance like you can get more distance out of it that
So
way.
you'll be
Because
560 or
yeah,
roughly. It's actually because it's 1.5. It's not 1.6, right?
yeah,
And then F 4.5 like to F 6.3.
yeah, like or
Roughly.
whatever. I'm not doing the math, but
Yeah.
he has
George
probably.
already did it.
George already did the math. And but he also with the money he's saving by um selling the Z8, having sold the Z8, he wants to shoot side by side the 400 4.5 and the 180 to 600 to see
Hmm.
if he's better off or feels more comfortable with one versus the other one. So he's kind of doing like a kind of like I did when I had two different lenses or two different camera bodies shooting them. So, but
I
then
feel like
he's
they're two completely different lenses though.
they
Because
are
one's giving you functionality and like versatility, but then probably well it's a 600 6.3 and he'll be basically shooting that, right?
mhm, on the crop still.
But it's gonna resolve better.
Maybe
Oh
he
yeah, I
doesn't
think
know
so.
which. Do you think the 180 to 600 will resolve better than
No.
the 400
No, no, no,
4.5?
no,
That's what he
no.
means.
Other way
Yeah.
around. No, I think the 4.5 is going to be a far better lens, but you're giving up all that versatility if that's a thing for you.
So I
I
think he
personally
just
think
wants to know.
versatility can be feet too. I know not in every situation, but in a
Mhm.
lot of situations you can use your feet.
Yep.
Like I think
Yep.
it's
That's for sure.
more than half.
Mhm.
It's not like it's like, oh, if I didn't have a zoom, I wouldn't have been able to. If you're laying down in a stationary position and you're holding your position, agreed. But a lot of the times you're able to work an area for the most part. Where I am, I don't want to go like say because I
Yeah.
know Sean over in I don't want to go too much of a tangent, but Sean over in Germany had an issue because they kind of regulated where they could go when it came
Hmm.
to certain areas. So he was usually stuck to a path and didn't want to blaze through a field, stuff like that. So proximity wise, you could only get what the birds were giving you.
Yep, for sure.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and I think, yeah, George just wants to try both at the same time to see which
Hmm.
one he feels better with or more comfortable, which I totally get. That's my whole jam. I
Yeah.
love comparing shit.
Yeah.
But then he goes, yeah, but then I might just sell everything and get an R7 Mark II. And I was like, that's a left field choice. Like, what do you? Okay, I guess
Because
so.
there's more pixel density, probably because it's a 33 megapixel
I
sensor.
think so. But then also he's like,
He's
I
just
just
looking
don't
at
like any of the
specs.
Canon lenses. I was
Well,
like,
Mike says that all the time. Actually, a lot of people say that, but Mike specifically says like the Canon lineup is lacking if you don't have if you don't have the money to spend. Like, yes, they
yeah,
have budget stuff that a lot of other companies don't, but if you do spend just a little bit more, you can even get some really good EF glass.
yep,
There's compromise. There's certainly compromise, but then you're also looking at there's also compromises on bodies on some of these other brands.
mm-hmm,
You're gonna compromise some rolling shutter. You're gonna compromise some speed. You're gonna like of frames per second. You're gonna
yep,
compromise because a lot of them have big file sizes and lots of resolution because they're not so much unless you're buying an A9 or an A1 that's a specifically sports wildlife thing. You're going to be
yeah,
dealing with a lot of money. Canon does a lot of things right. Um, and I think the biggest gripe is them locking out the RF mount
yep,
to
yeah,
like it's hard to argue that that's not a thing, and I understand that's why George would is in that situation. That's why Mike's been in this situation three now separate times.
Mr. Three
It's
R5s.
if you have more money than I am willing to spend on something, then you can get just as good of stuff with a better lens lineup elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.
That's an obvious thing. Um,
Yeah,
I
I
don't yearn for a bunch of glass though. I like to use one or two lenses for a while and see what I can get out of them, and then maybe move on.
I
I don't
definitely
need a catalog.
yearn for a bunch of glass. Like I would love like a wall of lenses.
I mean,
As you can
okay,
see, I
for
love
sure.
walls of stuff.
For sure, I would too, but it would have to be like something that was gifted or given to me. Like, I'm not going to create that catalog myself.
Right.
You only can use so many lenses at the same time.
That's what my
I
dad used to say
understand.
about bicycles. He's like, you can only ride one at a time. Why do you need five? And I was like, cause they're awesome.
Well, they do have different applications. They
Mm-hmm.
go hand in
Mm-hmm.
hand. They're the same thing. I don't disagree, but just stick to the applications of the ones you have currently. You don't need to have every application.
Yeah. I have a
Stop
bike
being a
right. I have one
tryhard.
bike right now, right there actually.
Hmm.
Uh, it's not a mountain bike. It's not a road bike. It's right in the center. So I
Yeah,
can't like
it's a
aggressively mountain
they.
bike. It's a versatile guy.
Yeah,
And I think right now that's kind of like I can't have five bikes. I can have one bike. So if I'm going to have one bike, it needs to do everything I might need to use a bike for.
yeah,
I can have 14 headphones and it's fine. But with camera lenses, they're a lot more expensive than these.
yeah,
So I need one lens to try to get
yeah.
me across as
Right,
many things as I can. So that's why I
right.
like a zoom.
I totally agree. I like because I'm a wild boy,
Wow,
but
boy.
um, I like the idea of going out with one type of lens and then going, what can I get within these
Yep.
limitations? I've talked about that so many times. Like, just what
Mm-hmm.
can this thing do? And I'm willing to sacrifice everything else that might happen that I don't have the opportunity to get with that lens because it doesn't matter at the end of the day. I may talk about it on a podcast that I got skunked, but
Who
outside of that,
cares?
like, what is the ramifications of coming home empty-handed?
You came home empty handed?
Exactly. I get to try it again because I get
Yeah.
so disconnected with my own photography. Like, I'm on to the next photo. We've talked about this too.
Yep.
That it's just like I'm looking forward to the next time I can go out as soon as I'm home.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about the five photos I got that day. I'm already going next time. What should I do? I saw this. I noticed this while I was here. Maybe I can put that into a photo. This time last year, I went to TTP and I saw like 5 owls in one day. I should go back right about that time. Like I'm always just looking for like the next experience, the next like live experience.
You're taking me this
Cherry,
time, right?
baby. Part, am I taking you?
Yeah, you should take me this time.
Yeah, I'm looking right now as we'll make plans so no everyone knows we're not going to be home these days.
That's why they don't know where I live.
I am looking right now at the 25th or 26th because I went on the 28th last year when I saw the
Oh, yeah, yeah,
two
yeah.
or three sawettes and the two bards.
Then
So that's
we
where I'm
went
looking.
after that, and then we didn't
did.
see shit.
I went like 3 weeks in a row there.
Yeah. I might be
And
able
I
to do one
did.
of those 2 days.
Okay.
Ooh.
Ooh.
How hardcore am
Ooh.
I? So this is a tangent. This is the end of the podcast tangent. Last weekend,
All right.
my best friend and his girlfriend came over, and they recently started doing jujitsu. And since I watched UFC, I was like, "You should come over and watch the fights." So I did, and immediately she was right into it. It was hilarious. So, like, first fight, she sat down, she's like, "Get her!" And she was like, just like right into it. I was like, sick. So they were like, "Oh, when's the next one?" And it's that weekend. So it'll be, if we go this Sunday, the fights will be over at like 1 a.m. And then I'll probably have to
Yeah.
get up at 4.
You won't be coming. We could probably try for the Saturday, or I can just pretend that I didn't go Sunday and didn't see anything.
I could do it. I've done it before.
I don't want to make that's terrible.
Yeah. I'll just sleep the next night. It's fine.
There is another night coming. You're right.
Yeah.
That's
That's
cool,
how they
though.
work, usually.
That's how it works.
That's what I mean. How hardcore do I want to be? But I don't know
Well,
if they're going to
flexible.
come over for the next one, but because it's not, the one that they came for was actually probably a better card to watch than that one. So they may not. Anyway,
Alright.
I might be able to make that one depending on how hardcore I am. But I'd like to,
You heard. If Kyle doesn't make it, it's because he wasn't
because I pooned out.
hard. He pooned hard. Pooned out hard.
Is that a bad term? Should not have said that. I don't know.
Poon?
I don't know anymore.
Poon is, well, when I was growing up, poon was enough to get you demonetized.
But like in the best way. So yeah.
The female reproductive organ.
Yeah. I want to go again. I am kind of more excited about. It's right there.
I might bring my bike.
Every time we talk about that, we're like, we should bring a scooter
but
or
you're
a
like,
bike.
no, I'm not bringing my expensive bike, and I'm like, I locked
Yeah.
mine up.
I know. I don't trust locks. What I should buy is like a $40 squeaky piece of shit because I know how to fix it.
Super cycle.
That's what I mean. I should buy that, and I wouldn't worry about that.
You could buy it, 500.
I'm not buying yours.
Oh, sorry. I'm trying to make deals.
Oh, also, I would be remiss if I didn't mention this. Anyone want to buy a 2012 Ford Focus that probably needs like a couple grand to be safety?
We're hawking right now. And anybody want to buy a 100 to 400 RF F 5.6 to 8?
Oh, look at it go! Wow. Yeah, I do want to go back to TTP. If you went and saw a Bard, I'd be so mad.
I just won't tell you.
You'll post it. When you posted that Bard, I was like, "Hey, was that from this year? Or from last year?"
That was exactly from last year. Yeah.
Yeah. But I did like that last week we talked about how you can listen for birds and stuff and listen for crows or blue jays or chickadees to like point out a bird. Yeah. And then Richard messaged us this week is like, "Yo, I saw my first Bard in Canada," and like, listen, the crows were making a commotion.
Mm-hmm. He was out on a walk, right? And then he rushed back home and grabbed his camera stuff, and then went back, and it was still hanging out.
My favorite part is he goes, "Yeah, I rushed back home to get my camera," which is a fucking R1, like, or R3. It might be an R3,
an 800-5.6 or whatever he had on, but
yeah,
I think it's an R3.
I think so. I think it's an R3 and R7.
Yeah.
But yeah, like he saw his first Bard. It wasn't one that he was like told where it was. It wasn't one that was like a popular one in a park. Like it was like the perfect scenario. even I love the, like you mentioned, he had to rip back to get his shit and come back. Like he wasn't prepared at all. Like that makes it even cooler that it came back and it was still there.
I gave him some really good tips while he was on the pod, and I just think he used them.
Yeah, you're the owl Sherpa. We've talked about this.
Well, I said like go to PetSmart.
Get
some
3 mice.
And then next week he's like, boys, you wouldn't fucking believe it, boys.
That's the worst British accent I've ever heard.
I went Scottish. I was like, you wouldn't fucking believe it.
You cunt.
Yeah.
Anyway,
but yeah, congrats there for your Canadian bard. And I feel like we had something to do with it. We put the juju out there. Good vibes.
That's what I'm saying.
And no mice were used. I'm kidding. He's against that. Go back and listen to episode 14.
Ooh. Could be. Sounds right. It's a good number.
We talk all about ethics, and we're just joking.
Even though we're just joking, we're the most unethical.
Yeah, I do when no one's around.
Yep. Yeah, we have. I have 6. These are all actually like speakers for like bird calls. They're not actually headphones.
Bluetooth speakers.
Yeah.
But
I'm pumped for Richard because like that's like I love that. I haven't had that with a bard. Every bard that I've seen has been in the same park with. Actually, that's not true. We did see a bard when we went to TTB last year, but it fucking beelined out of there.
Yeah, it was perched and 4 guys
crunching through leaves.
Yeah. Just kind of walking, talking. Man, I don't know if there's anything in here, and then flies off.
That day was awesome because I have not seen a bard fly at me before. And I did that day, and that was cool.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
I took that away.
Something. Yeah, those live experiences. That's what it's all about.
It's wild that it like
the photos are just cherries, baby.
Photos are just cherries.
They're just cherries. We should rebrand this to just cherries.
The Cherry Bird Pod Show.
Well, now I don't like it as much.
Angry Cherry Pod Show.
We're keeping it the same.
All right, it's gonna be the same.
We're not big enough yet to get sued.
No,
but you'll know when we rebrand.
When we just disappear.
Matt and Kyle experience or something from pre-zone.
The KME.
Kyle Matt experience.
Because it's the Joe Rogan experience, right?
Yeah.
The JRE.
Podcast all day, all night.
Do you know who said that? Who was that? Oh, I know who that is. Was it Nick Diaz? Was it Nick Diaz? It was in the end of a UFC fight when Joe was interviewing somebody.
Oh, okay.
And they said that
they clip it.
Yep, they clipped it for that. I think it was Nick Diaz, but I could be wrong. Anyway,
I know Nate more. Nate's the younger one.
Yep.
Yeah. I remember Nate, like, they were talking shit with, like, what the hell is that guy's name from freaking
Connor?
Ireland. Yeah,
Conor McGregor.
Connor. He's like, I'm like a gazelle. And he's like, dude, nobody even knows what that means. It's just like the best shit talking.
Nate Diaz had the best fucking, like, string of words ever, in my opinion. Like, for shit talking Connor. So Connor used to work with this guy who was like, I think he called him like his movement coach. So they would like balance on fucking pieces of wood and shit.
Real samurai
and they were,
shit.
Yeah. And they were just talking shit to each other like before their first fight. And Nate Diaz goes, "You're playing touch butt with that dork in the park."
Yeah, that's how he talks. It's just so layman, like so perfect.
Touch butt with that dork in the park is one of my favorite fucking
and then you see this guy with a smirk that could knock your head off in a second. Oh, what a tough bastard.
Nate, like, oh man, the first Nate
is
Diaz
this a fight companion?
Pardon? It is now. Yeah.
Is this a fight companion? Yeah.
Yeah, the first fight was fucking awesome. The second one, I remember I was on the way back from visiting my sister-in-law and brother-in-law in California. It was at the airport because we were taking like a really early flight. And so I was watching it in the airport on my laptop alone because there's no one else in the airport. I'm like, oh shit! And I'm just like screaming to myself in the middle of the airport. It was awesome. On shitty airport Wi-Fi.
Yep. It's getting better.
I think this podcast should be called Shitty Airport Wi-Fi.
That is a good name. And like we didn't say that's the name, and it's so late into it that even if it is like
the concept of me writing these down now is annoying now because I was like 5. I'm like, oh man, like
we didn't do as many. Like you're holding us to like a bar.
No. Like now I have to pick between some as opposed to forgetting all of them, then just fast forwarding around until I find one.
You have to read them and then recreate in your mind the conversation and the feeling and then see which one fits best.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll figure it out. You always pick a good one.
Oh,
You're the best.
You're the best.
I'm all right.
Yeah, we're
I have my moments.
You're blushing. Don't look at me.
And for those moments, I use Yeti.
For those
keep
moments.
My beverages cool because I trust
like,
when I go to TTB and I get my ass chewed, I can rehydrate with Yeti.
Rehydrate with Twisted Tea. Put it in your brown paper Canadian bag or whatever we said before.
Canadian brown paper bag.
Canadian brown paper bag. Actually, the Tim Hortons cups are brown now, so we're back. We're back, baby.
Yeah, they're white, they're brown, they're red. It's great. There's like a bunch of different colors. 4, I think.
It's great.
All right.
Cool.
I think we did it.
We did it. We podcasted.
We were there, and now we're here.
Like Drake.
And we did it.
We started from the bottom, and now we're somewhere in the lower third.
Yeah, I'm stretching up here.
We're like here. We started here.
Not
we're like
in
here.
the bottom. We're the base still.
Or off the bottom. We're like where you want to be fishing. You know. We're like.
Oh, the strike zone.
Yeah, we're in the strike zone, baby.
Right about the foot. Yeah, foot off bottom, 1.5 feet.
Yeah,
he knows what he's talking about.
I've fished. Hell yeah, I've fished.
But have you caught? Because there's a difference between
no.
fishing and
There's a difference.
I've
big
my
difference.
Lure in the right spot that didn't work.
Yeah, the wrong lure in the right spot.
Yeah, it's always
cool.
Yeah. All
right. Like, share, subscribe, rate,
sponsor,
comment, hamburger.
Sponsor. Comment hamburger.
Sponsor.
Gary, you remember Texas Burger in Fenland Falls? I know you do.
Ooh, that sounds good. I want to go there.
He's gonna be comment about your experience at Texas Burger and tag them, Gary.
Oh, sounds good. Like fuck, dude. There was a
burger.
There was a burger place in Cambridge that burnt down like twice. But on this, man, it's weird. But they used to do this like disc of cheese that was like this big, and the burger would sit in the center of it. It was like so good. I want that.
I see why it burnt down.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's a bloody cheese fire.
It was on the lake too. Like there's a little lake there, and it was right on the side of it. It's burnt down twice. Anyway,
shady ass owners. That's why my insurance premiums are so high.
Maybe, yeah. Cool. Well,
all right.
I don't. You?
Yeah, it's me.
All right.
My daughter really wanted to, and again, I'm like, listen, just stop the shit. You're not.
I want to though.
Yeah, they literally did. Like, no, it's my turn.
Good.
Richard had to do it last time, and you had to do it last time, and then Harry did it one time, and Kyle had to catch up. It is my time.
It's your turn, Matt. You can take all the time you want. Now, do I play Jeopardy music before?
You said I could. All right. Thanks for listening, Kyle.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Start the music.
I don't even know if the push is necessary.
Everything's necessary.
Awesome. Everything's necessary.
Thanks for the chat.
Anytime, buddy. You feel better now? That's good. Love you, dude.
All right, love you guys. See you guys.
Oh, they click in the snap, see the birds on the map. Angry Bird Pod flow, flipping through the recap. Kyle and Matt, dropping wings on blast. Tune in next week, this one never in the past. Eagles, hawks, and kestrels flying so divine. Peep the live broadcast, podcast goldmine. Twisting in the air, birds of every kind. Critics gonna chirp, but they ain't ever dying. Zooming in on sparrows, robins in the mist. Matt's got the shutter, Kyle's got the twist. Feathered friends in flight, equipped with the strut. Angry Bird Pod Show, capturing the cut. Oh, they click in the snap, see the birds on the map. Angry Bird Pod flow, flipping through the recap. Kyle and Matt, dropping wings on blast. but never in the past. Dawn of twilight, watch the colors flash. Birds of every shade in a photogenic dash. No need for fame, just the birds flying free. Angry Bird Pod Show, bringing all the glee. Oh, they click and they snap, see the birds on the map. Angry Bird Pod Flow, flipping through the recap. Kyle and Matt, dropping wings on blast. Tune in next week, this but never in the past. Eagles, hawks, and kestrels flying so divine. Keep the live broadcast, podcast gold mine. Twisted in the air, birds of black, so fine. Brain Matt, dropping wings on blast. Tuning in next week, this but never in the past. In the past. Tuning in next week, this but never in the past. In the past. Zooming in on sparrows, robins in the mist. Matt's got the shutter, Kyle's got the twist. Feathered friends in flight, equipped with the strut. Angry Bird Pod Show, capturing the cut. From dawn to twilight, watch the colors flash. Birds of every shade in a photogenic dash. No need for fame, just the birds flying free. Angry Bird Pod Show, bringing all the glee. Oh, they click and they snap, see the birds on the map. Angry Bird Pod Flow, flipping through the recap. Kyle and Matt, dropping wings on blast. Tune in next week, this but never in the past. From the past. Not shortcut. Not shortcut. Angry Bird Pod Show, bringing all the glee. Bringing all the glee.